How's it going, everybody? So I really wasn't planning on seeing this movie because there were no screenings for it, so I threw a little poll up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, I'll leave a link down below if you want to. I ran a poll on Twitter, see if I should go see Slender Man today, even though I don't have a screening for it. We didn't get any screenings for it here. And the majority of you chose to, endure the pain. Good luck. So, I'm here to talk about one of the worst films of all time, Slender Man. I mean, at the age I am, I know who Slender Man is. I read the CreepyPastas when they were first getting popular. I even played that game that came out, was it 2012, I think, was in that, famous Slender Man game where you collect all the pages in the forest with the flashlight and all that. I actually liked that game. That was a long time ago, though. But that was, like I said, that was, at least 5+ years ago, and we're just now getting this movie about Slender Man that I don't think anyone really wanted or asked for. Seems like Hollywood's kind of late when it comes to getting on the Slender Man train, when it comes to making it into this big blockbuster kind of thing. So I was already hesitant because of that, and the trailers looked pretty bad, so I wasn't really looking forward to it. But the movie is just as bad as you expect it to be. The film pretty much centers around basic Hollywood horror cliches that you see in every film. I mean, this film borrows kind of its main premise from the Ring franchise because of the whole fact that these girls just watch a video on the internet of Slender Man and that summons him. So it's it reminds me of the thing in Ring where you watch the creepy video from the Ring and then you die in 7 days because she comes and collects you. It's almost like the same concept in this film. So it's not even original in its initial concept, which is really annoying. And not only that, but it's just jump scares and just dumb characters. I mean, there's nothing redeeming when it comes to the horror aspects. It's just a really overall boring, bad, stereotypical, generic film. I mean, like I said, it was boring. I mean, the movie's only an hour and a half long, but nothing really happens. I mean, there's some creepy atmosphere here and there that keeps I guess maybe some suspense, but I mean, it's just boring for most of the runtime. It feels like it's at least 2 hours long just because nothing happens and you're just waiting for something scary to happen or something interesting to happen pretty much the entire movie, and it really doesn't happen. I mean, Slender Man, he looks not that great either. I mean, the guy that plays him played all those creatures in The Conjuring 2 and all that. So, I mean, he has some experience. I guess they couldn't get Doug Jones, so they had to settle for him because Doug Jones is usually the stereotypical creature guy in Hollywood. But I mean, even Slender Man didn't really look that great. He just looked really bad CGI most of the time. Once in a while, you could tell he was actually physically there, and he looked okay in certain scenes, but for the most part, he didn't really look that great when he was on screen. Whatever the budget was for this film, I'm assuming it's on the lower spectrum. I mean, they should have tried to work around the whole bad special effects with Slender Man, and there's also these weird scenes with where they're shaking around all weird because the girl and this guy are making out, and then he just goes all derpy, and it's just a bunch of weird effects on him, and it was more laughable than actually scary. But that probably describes most of the stuff in this movie because I didn't find anything in this movie scary at all. I mean, maybe some of the creepy imagery. There's probably tons and tons of creepy imagery in this film that I guess kind of worked just because it's creepy imagery, but I mean, it wasn't full-on scary like you'd expect in most horror films. It just was really generic. I can't remember the names of all the actresses. I know that the one is Joey King, and the other one is the chick that was from Oculus and Ouija, Origin of Evil. But, I mean, they're not the worst they've ever seen on screen, but they're not amazing either. I really like Joey King as an actress. It's just, I feel like she takes really bad roles. Because I didn't like her in Wish Upon, and I didn't like her that much in The Kissing Booth. And now she's doing this movie, and I was she has talent. I've seen her, in other things like The Conjuring, and she was also in The Flash for one episode. She has talent. She just needs to pick better roles, I guess. I mean, I just don't understand why she keeps getting all these bad roles. It's just really unfortunate for her career, I guess. But I still am a fan of her, but this movie's another misstep, I feel, in her career path. But yeah, unfortunately, Slender Man was just as bad as you expected to be. It's just not very good at all in any aspect that I mentioned, and I mean, I feel like this film would have benefited from coming out many years ago because the fads kind of, come and go when it comes to Slender Man. It's not as interesting anymore. I mean, not only that, but they also could have just written the movie better and just made it actually scary and interesting. But it's just such a generic, cliche horror film that I don't really feel needs to be seen by most people, and it has no redeeming qualities because it's not like a Truth or Dare where it's really stupid and it's really horrible, but at least it's funny. This film's not funny, it's just bad. But those are just my thoughts about Slender Man. Leave in the comments section down below what you thought of it when you see it. It's out now. But also, if you plan on seeing it, you don't plan on seeing it, let me know. But thanks again for checking out my review of Slender Man. Feel free to leave a like, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all my movie reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, and more. But until the next time, I'll see you guys later.